What's going on YouTube? This is Jim, back with an unboxing video for you guys. Today we're going to be checking out the Gears of War peripherals for the Xbox One Elite controller. Best Buy was so gracious enough to sell my wife a copy. That's a joke, I never get anything for free. In the background here I have the gutted Xbox One Elite controller, and then I pulled out all the different attachments that go with it. The paddles are still in the back, we'll look at those in a minute, because we're going to do a comparison between what this box comes with versus what the standard Elite controller has. So here's a picture of the box. I don't think it's officially Xbox licensed. I mean, it may be. I've heard of this PowerA company before. They do a lot of kind of third-party peripherals. They're most famous for the this really bad knockoff Halo 5 controller set that I had, which went right in the garbage. So there's the box. I'm going to go ahead and rip it open, and we'll go ahead and take a look at all these attachments inside and see how well they fit and how they kind of stack up compared to the stock Elite controller set. So inside, here's all the different attachments you have. You have some paddles, you have a different D-pad, you have a different, actually two different D-pads, and then all the different sticks. Hopefully my camera is focusing well enough. We'll take a look. This was a hard setup to do, by the way, because I didn't know the best way to record this. I was thinking maybe like a top-down kind of view or something like that, and I piddled with it a while, and this is what I came up with. Hopefully it works okay. So I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison first. You could see the difference between the standard Elite controller D-pad and the Xbox, the PowerA Gears of War D-pad. It's got a Crimson Omen on it. It actually looks pretty nice. So let's go ahead and do a quick check to see how it fits on the controller here. So just like the on the other controllers, it just snaps right into place, and it's got definitely a really good feel to it. It looks really, really nice. So if you didn't get the Gears of War Elite controller like me, and you just have the stock stick, but you want some kind of cool Gears looks, I think this may be a good fit, at least on the D-pad. So there's one D-pad, and just like on the other Elite controller, it actually comes with two different D-pads. It has the standard, you know, the standard like the traditional like compass D-pad, and then it's got this hexagon one. And hopefully that gets into focus. There we go. So this one actually shows the mapping of what the buttons are by default, which I think is kind of neat. That's kind of the stock Gears of War inventory. You have the snub pistol, you have a lancer, you have a gnasher, and then you have a grenade. And then the Crimson Omen is in the center. So let's go ahead and fit that on just to see as a replacement. So pull this off, and we'll put this on, and you guys probably heard that. It's a nice snap, nice magnetic fit. And that looks really, really good. That's the blue for my camera. It's not blue, by the way. Trying to get into focus so you guys could see it there. Why is it not getting into focus? Because I'm doing a video, that's why it's not getting into focus. Come on, sucker. There we go. Okay, so I think that looks really, really cool. I mean, you have both sets, you know, which one you want. I'll probably leave that one on for now. Also inside are some different grips. So unlike the traditional grips, as I'm just looking through this now, these grips actually are red on the bottom. So let's go ahead and look at these first. This is very interesting. Okay. So the traditional grip, the Xbox One grip, it's silver, and they have different sizes, as you guys know. Some of them are convex, some of them are concave. This is the tallest one they have. I tried to stack them up here for you guys to see the different heights. Hopefully it's picking up okay. Yes, there's the different heights there. Here are the new ones from the Gears of War set. Now, this is actually a little different than I thought it was going to be, because on this one, they only give you, so here's the original ones in the back, and here's the new ones in the front, okay? So they actually give you just one convex stick, which is a little bit taller, and then three concave ones, but you'll notice they have the Crimson Omen on them, which is actually really, really neat. Now these are short, so this is the shortest Xbox One stick that comes in size. It's the shortest. And as you could see, that matches up pretty closely in size. I don't know if you could see. Take my word for it. Those two match up pretty closely in size. Here's the tallest one for comparison, and here's the middle one for comparison. So they're all definitely short. They're all either the same height as the smallest one, no higher than the middle one. And then this convex one that sticks out is the same size as the small one. Now that's a kind of nice. That's kind of a nice addition to this traditional suite, because I've been using the convex ones that stick out like this because I like the top edge, but I wish the height was a little different. Now with this gear set, you're going to get one of those. So comparing these two now, you'll notice also that the Gears of War set actually is a little bit bigger. I don't know if this is a trick angle or not, but this is actually wider than this one is. So it's actually a little bit bigger, which is kind of nice. So obviously the real test is going to be to see how they fit on the controller. So they're easy to tell apart because they have a red bottom as opposed to the stock ones, as I said, that have a silver bottom. There you can see the size difference there. And there you can see the height difference. It's actually a little bit bigger of a paddle or a thumb piece than this one. So just like the other ones, they snap into place. And let me see how that feels. Actually feels really good. The other ones have definitely a more audible click when they snap into place. These ones just kind of rest in, but they are definitely magnetized. So it's going to be hard for you to pull these off. I mean, I'm wiggling on it here. It still pulls right off and goes right on. It's just not as tight of a click, I guess. But if it's in place, it's in place. And hopefully now with this image, you can truly see that this is definitely much bigger than this one. So I like that. I like the increased surface area. I don't see me not using that anymore. Now, whether or not I'm going to use it for the left side or the aiming side, so to speak, remains to be seen. We're going to have to figure that out. But I do like that. And then just for the complete look, let's go ahead and put on one of the Gears emblems so we can see what that looks like. And luckily, let's see if I can snap it into place, right? I can. Luckily, it does actually lock into place pretty well so that the Crimson Omen is facing upright. And it's got a nice texture to it as well. So that's actually really, really cool. And that's a nice look. You would obviously, with these Gears things, the only like drawback I would say with these other thumbsticks is that they're not convex or concave. I don't know if that bothers you or not, but you're not going to be getting two of these types that point out. You're going to be getting instead a set of them that cave in like that, so your thumb actually rests in the groove. So that's actually really, really cool in of itself, but there was actually some more stuff in the box, and we got some secondary paddles on the back. Now, the interesting thing with the paddles is that they're all the same size. So let me move all the thumbsticks out of the way, so we got to take a look at those. On the back of the Elite controller, you have two sets of paddles. You have these, and you can map them to whatever you want. Notice how, though, that they're different shapes as well. These ones actually curve down, and these ones are up. So when you're holding the controller, you're kind of grabbing more at the bottom and at the top, as opposed to these new ones that came with the Gears set. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. Let me zoom in on these a little bit. They're all the same size. So let me try to do that. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's going to focus. There we go. They're all the same size, which is interesting. So let's see how that looks on the controller. So nice thing about the Elite controllers, you can pop these off. I'm just going to put 2 and 2 so we can keep the original look versus the new one. They're magnetized as well. They snap right into place. And let's see how that looks. There you go. Hopefully you guys get a good look at that. So slightly different look now. Definitely, you're not going to see it obviously as much. They have a nice fit just like the other ones. I'm feeling them here with my hand. They're not sloppy or anything. They're magnetized, and they have that groove that they slide into. So no major issues there in terms of fit. I think it's going to come down to the feel, whether you like to reach your index finger down across this bottom piece here, or on this look, it's going to be a little bit higher. Your fingers are going to be more touching like this as opposed to like this. So that's probably the best look I could give you guys with my hands. You can see how my 2 fingers here are really touching, as opposed to these two. I have a little more spread out. It's nice to have different looks, though. It's nice to have a different way of setting things up. Maybe the other nice thing I'm noticing, no, I was going to say they're different sizes, a little bit different shape too here on how they're kind of laid out. You could see that this one looks a little bit bigger, and this one over here is a little bit more sleek. So I like that. I think this is a good set. The fact that you have now a different set of combinations of sticks and the bumpers on the back, I think is going to give you definitely more to play with Whether or not you care about the fact that it has the Crimson Omen symbol or this, I wouldn't buy it just for that, although I think that's probably the most notable piece of the eye candy, that you're going to have this giant red directional pad on the stick now, as opposed to the traditional silver look. So I'll probably do some play tests with these. Maybe I'll update it in another video, just do a brief talk about what I think about it. But yeah, I think this is actually a really nice set. I think you get it for about 30 bucks or so right now. We got it at Best Buy. This is the official, or I shouldn't say official. How about the closest one we're going to get? This is the Gears of War PowerA component kit for the Xbox One Elite controller. Hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. If it's blurry and you can't see anything, well, that's just too darn bad. I tried my best. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Get out there, play some Gears, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.